For about 20 years now, the United Nations has had a panel called the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC. This panel is charged with trying to get to the bottom of what all the various scientific reports say about global warming and what its impacts will be. That panel has reported 3 times so far. The last time was in 2001, and it's going to report again in 2007, early next year. The leaks have started, and one of the most interesting ones, which was reported in the Sunday Telegraph, a British newspaper, last weekend, was that the panel is considering downgrading the amount of warming it expects to see this century. The last report in 2001 said that we might see up to about 6 degrees centigrade warming. This report, the leak says, will say about 4.5 degrees. Now, this is a leak, and unfortunately the people in the Sunday Telegraph didn't quite understand it. I have myself here a copy of the second-order draft of this report, and I'm not allowed to cite it, I'm not allowed to quote it, so I'm going to paraphrase what it says. Essentially, it is going to downgrade the amount of warming. The scenario, as they call it, or storyline, which saw a massive expansion of greenhouse gases leading to a very, very large 6-degree increase in temperature, that storyline is now regarded as illustrative only, which is good because it was highly unlikely that the world was going to go down that area. And so now the highest estimate of future warming is about 4 degrees, with a possible fudge factor to rise up to 5 degrees. So that means that what the IPCC is saying is that climate science has been refined, and we now know that the damages are probably going to be less than we thought in 2001. This is interesting because every day we hear that things are getting worse, that there's going to be more catastrophe, more sea level rise, 20 feet, 80 feet of sea level rise. Well, the new report suggests, and the Sunday Telegraph seems to get it right this time, that they're actually about halving the amount of sea level rise we expect to see this century to about 35 to 50 centimetres. That's not much. It's about double what we saw over the last century, but over the last century nobody really noticed that level of sea level rise. We're probably not going to notice this level of sea level rise. What the IPCC is saying is that the damages from global warming aren't going to be as severe as the catastrophists suggest. This is bad news for Al Gore, bad news for global warming alarmists. They're the ones who are distorting science now. And that's why Mike Hume, director of the Tyndall Centre in Great Britain, has started saying that the language of catastrophe is very bad for science. I hope more scientists like him speak up when the IPCC report comes out next year.